everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Apocalypse Keys, the first door, part 2, as we didn't discover the mystery at the end of last week. Today is July 2nd, 2023, and you are loved, and that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. But speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. And for this game, we're also doing Stars and Wishes. So if you would like to know maybe a wishful hint of what is to come in the next couple of sessions, tune into the after show. It's going to be a good time. But let's say you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on YouTube and Twitch, and whatever current social media is left standing when all of the rubble dissipates, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? We got your back, quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We got all sorts of merch, including, but not limited to, a variety of face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them. So if you would like to help support, before I even pass by that, the Tiamat design, Cyberwolf1201, dear friend of the channel, please go and help support them as well. But let's say you, but I lost my place. All of the proceeds from our merch ends up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or possibly help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, Noir, who you playing today?
I'm playing Joe, who we discovered last week is Judas Iscariot. I may be involved with ending all things eventually. You know, I'll get around to it. Oh, also, Judas is he, him. I, Noir, however, and he, they.
Incredible. And Anita, who you playing?
Hello, my name is Anita, otherwise known as Panita Critical Misses, and today I am playing Dynast, or Din, who is an angel of the Lord? Question mark. Din uses any pronouns, and my pronouns are she, they.
All right, that takes it over to me. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Hecklot. You know, I'm back. And for the second episode, I'm still playing Eden, the somewhat manifestation of Mother Nature / manifestation of nature in the Bible, because we're going with that theme. And the two of us use she, they pronouns.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Lucius Alexander, who uses he, they. We are the hungry.
And that just leaves me. Hey, everybody. I am Sarah Roberts. I will be your keeper of doors, your game master tonight. And I use any pronouns, and I'm going to be everybody else in the world. It's going to be great. Roll that intro.
Yeah, the intro button that I have prepared. Let's go!
There are things that go bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back.
thing.
But I forgot to turn the audio on. Hey, we're back.
I am so glad our audio is on. So, last time in game, you all arrived here and you met Angel, who was your point of contact on the ground. And as they began walking you through the facility and you began your adventure in here, they were attacked by the Howlers that kind of infest this area because of the door. There were some NPCs as well that we met at our last meeting. The professor and Michael, who I believe is currently still circling Eden in their shadowy, ghosty form as Eden pretends to be the other half of Mr. Knock, Bella. Now, last we left off, we had uncovered more keys. And I explained the keys and facets. So I'd like to explain them again for the benefit of chat. In this game, you have what are called keys, which you discover throughout the course of the mystery, and facets, which you are meant to link those keys to. Now, my players, when I hit this start timer, are going to have 1 hour left before the doomsday clock ticks another tick forward, essentially indicating that the Harbinger has reached the door of power and has opened it and begun taking the power that lies beyond. So, for this portion, as they connect keys to facets, they will come up with a theory as to what the door is, who the Harbinger is, and
Put a bow on the whole thing, right?
and put a bow on the whole thing. If you are successful, you will reach the door before the Harbinger, and you will be able to keep it safe. If you are not successful on your roll to unlock Doom's door, or if you run out of time, you will gain another tick on the clock, and we'll see what the consequences of those are. Those instances are. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. All right, and we picked together the perfect timer for this. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so we have an hour on the clock. We're wasting time. What's
Yes,
up?
let's
What's
get into
going
it.
on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're shrouded with Michael, Eden, and I think I mean, like we have to where is Bella? I think it would be my question. Like, if are we trying to find the door? Or are we trying to find the Harbinger?
Okay, no los
think
dos.
I think we're
I think
trying
it'll
to
be fun.
find
Mhm.
both of them. Well, I mean, there's still places we haven't gone yet. Like,
I think that
there's-
if we wind up, oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, like if we go to there are places we haven't gone yet, and there are characters that we haven't seen yet.
Mhm.
Do we want to split
Yeah,
the
there.
party for the sake of tracking this down?
You do have a list of clues so far that you can read through as well.
Okay, so the clues that I have, something called the Ascension Project. We don't really know what that was, other than the Ascension Project caused Mr. Knock, I think.
Mhm.
And then
Also the Howlers.
then there was an experimental project to harness the power of the doors. We met the head scientist. There were the caves, the nerve center, and then authorized only. And then we met the lady, but we also saw something. They are like building weapons for each of
Yeah.
us, or for each of the.
I mean, each of y'all, I haven't seen nothing about me yet.
Yet.
yet. That being said, if we were to split the party, because right now in the room that we're in, there was that weird shrine to the door. That we saw, like, one of the Howlers, like, doing the Elden Ring, like, point in the direction of the thing for us to check out. There's a hole where this large metal spire is coming from. So if we did split the party, I would say some of us go into the hole and then the others double back to go to the nerve center to, again, like, check for cameras or something to see if, like, we could see anything else, like...
Well, what we know about Abraham is he's like a fish
Fish
person,
man,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and there's a cave. So I'm no Einstein, but I'm betting fish guy in cave because cave might have water.
You know, that's fair.
And I have the weapon to kill fish guy. So I elect to go to the caves. Who's coming with me? I guess is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's kind of depending on whichever way that like Michael wants to go in Eden's case, because he did mention that the door is singing and he can hear it. So it's like if he can point me.
That's another thing that's coming up a lot is songs, because we have
Exactly.
the Song of the Kraken that's been
And the
captured on
pop
the old
song.
device and the old pop song.
Hey, somebody should let him listen to the cassette we found and see if that's the song he's hearing.
Good.
I mean, whoever has it, like, you know, I just play it.
I have it and I will play it. I don't actually know if that's true, but that is what we're
Sure.
doing.
You say it, it's canon.
All right, it's a canon event.
Okay. Which song are you playing? The Song of the Kraken?
Yeah.
Or the old pop song.
I'm going to play both of them.
Okay. You play them. Which one do you play first?
I'm gonna play the pop song first because you know everybody likes to get the hit swaying first.
Mhm.
You know.
You begin playing it, and at first, Michael just continues to wrap himself around Eden. But as it starts playing and you crank up the volume, Michael's form, I won't call it a body because it's not much of a body, his form turns as it's attached to Eden and slithers down their side and through the shadows to come up next to you, Joe,
Yeah.
and almost snakes around your arm to listen and starts swaying their head back and forth, going, Bella, it's my jam.
At first I was uncomfortable, but like I get it. You know, the solo is kind of sick. You're real close to me right now, though. So
And that head that's not a head with the red eyes turns back to look at you. Not Bella.
Not Bella. All right. Why don't we try this song, man? And then I'm gonna do the Kraken song.
You play the Kraken song, and there's not much of a response from Michael. He listens and sways a bit, and then the shadow moves back down your body and back over to Eden, who I'm assuming is still taking on the image of Bella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so long as she concentrates on it. Is that the same song that the Doors singing? The radio.
The door. The door. I can hear it.
I don't think my hearing is as good as it used to be. Could you show me? Could we go there together?
And you hear that long, raspy, windy voice. And it says to you, you can hear it.
I don't think I can. I think I need you to help me.
Everywhere. And you can tell, Eden, based on the feeling that this shadow has around you, before it was light, wispy, soft. Now it is turning icy cold and it feels constricting.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't think he's gonna lead us over. So he's gonna tell to the others.
Michael, I think you need to let Bella go.
We've been together so long.
Yes, and I think it's time for Bella to leave.
Mm. 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 Bella. And you see the head almost extend towards Dynast and then turn back towards you, Eden, without retracting. It's just a shadow that is just extending itself and coming back around.
You know, it might be.
Michael, have you been to this door?
Can't find it.
I think what Lucius is, what his idea of what to do here is essentially Michael is tied to Bella. Bella is missing, and I'm guessing Bella's near the door. As the hungry, would anyone object if I were to potentially eat a little bit of Michael in order to gain a like Witcher sense of like possibly like if I could sniff out Bella or something like that, like find her, like if he doesn't know where the door is but he maybe not doesn't know where Bella is, like we might be able to find where Bella is and that might lead us to the door.
I'm down. Can I also pitch initiating the party split now because I'm worried about time?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
Mhm,
all right.
mhm.
So Joe's gonna head to the cave while you guys are doing this.
Okay. Does anybody want to go with Joe?
Dynast can go with Joe,
Okay.
All right.
if that's okay.
Yeah, totally fine.
Eden, do you want to go to the nerve center?
Sure.
Okay. Because I think like if Michael is being more constraining and they're no longer able to be no longer being cool about stuff, I would like I think I kind of have to use a move to help you out on this one, like to help get this creature off of you.
Yeah.
So
I think
would
it's
like
gonna
to
be very
use,
hard.
I would like to use the gnawing edge of hunger.
Okay.
And I would like to sink in, because in order for what I need to work, I need to get the big success on this. I'm actually looking for that. So I'm going to use the 3 darkness points that I have. I'm going to use all 3 of them.
Okay.
So with that, spend and roll, we're going to add 3 darkness tokens. And then that would have been a 9 because I added 3, right? Because I should have added 3. I just didn't roll at the right one. So that'd be a 9. So unfortunately, that is a medium success. So I describe how my form becomes more human. Clear one condition, don't have that. Or I give in to the euphoria of feeding and describe how I feel and create or replace a hunger condition to reflect this. Let's see. But I think, yeah. So the way that I would appear as I'm feeding is sort of like, I think he just like loosens up his tie a little bit, and as he does, there looks like what is a tattoo of a door on his neck that actually like glows a little bit and creaks inward, and you can see that there's like candlelight and nice like a nice thing, but he just sort of like takes a deep breath in, and like bits of Michael begin to flow into that doorway that is at his throat as he checks an aspect of Michael into the library. But because of that, I have to create a hunger condition to reflect this as I give into the euphoria of the feed. So I would like to take on, as a condition, Michael's longing, as like, because he's like all about like Bella, like where's Bella, like that. I would like to take that into myself, like I am digesting that emotion as I've taken it.
Okay, you can do that. However,
Okay.
this does mean that Michael will be essentially one condition closer to death permanently.
Sure.
Just keep aware of that. But you can but you can do that.
Okay.
Eden, you feel this icy grip that has been constricting around you slowly lessen, and it feels still cold and icy, but it is weakening. And it is almost as though, as you move with Michael on you now, as though he's struggling to maintain corporeal form. But yes, Lucius, you have just eaten a little bit of Michael. A nice little snacky snack on a shadow.
Just a little bump. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I think like afterward he'll like cinch up his tie again. Yeah, I'd like to use my heightened olfactory senses to see if I can sniff out Bella, or if by like huffing some of Michael I can hear like the Harbinger song. And I think that's grasping at a key.
Yeah.
Is what the move would be. So I'm gonna try and do that. Just one last key for old timey sake. Wow, a 6. I find more than I was ready for. You may choose to mark a ruin to uncover a key, but in doing so, the keeper will reveal how you become closer to becoming a harbinger. You betcha! Let's get that ruin.
All right. You do find a key. Now, what I'm going to do, instead of handing you another key, which might muddy this a little bit more for you all, I am actually going to connect a key to a facet for you.
Aha!
I won't give you the theory, but I will give you this freebie. So let's go with Song of the Kraken, captured in an old device, connects to the Harbinger.
Okay.
And I will draw a line.
Okay.
This is hard to do with a mouse. There we go.
I think that the remains of a howler sanctified and posed in a sacred position, that is as a result, I would say probably of the Harbinger and not the Door of Power, because the Harbinger wants to utilize the Door of Power. The Door of Power, like as the howler, they would need a strong guy in a position of power, which I think leads into Joe's assumption that it was Abe.
Okay. Speaking of Abe, let's check out what's happening in the caves.
Walk in, don't mind if I do.
Yep. You head back out and down following the sign for the caves. And as you do, it starts out as those metal grate stairs. And the further down you go, the more stone is incorporated until you are just taking stone steps all the way down. Nice and slick, as subterranean stairs often want to be. And as you make your way down there, you see the bottom of the spire, and you can see where the base of it flares out, where it has just been built up and up and up and up. More office, more bits of office supplies, tables, chairs, all contorted and rusting away. And down here, there is also, if I was right on the right page, you see a person. You see an amphibious humanoid near one of the puddles in the cave, poking into it with a stick. Bright cyan and fuchsia skin, flesh hangs off skeletal remains. And you hear a hollow voice that echoes through your mind. Visitors? Well, that can't be safe, now can it? It's been many years since I've seen an Omen-class monster, but I recognize the sheen of power about you all. I will do my best to assist you on your mission, but I dare ask, could you possibly rescue the professor as well? She hasn't allowed herself to entertain the possibility of escaping after countless attempts. Not for the last decade, at least.
Hi. Right. We spoke with the professor, and I can assure you that she's fine.
Oh, isn't she wonderful? She's better than fine. She is the water itself in my gills.
Oh.
I would
Okay.
assume you're Abraham?
Oh, yes. And who might you two be?
My name's Joe.
Hello, Joe. And I will show you all Abraham's artwork.
We got some Shape of Water happening here.
Hell yeah. I love his artwork.
His art's
so
very
cool.
So cool.
Yeah. And as you look at him, you see that there are tubes that extend from his chest back to his neck, surrounded in barnacles. There's stitching lines down his torso. And almost some little glowy bits that come off the side. Gives a little bit of a deep sea fish vibe.
The professor speaks very highly of you.
Oh, does she really now? Wonderful.
She says she hasn't seen you in a while, though.
Oh,
Sorry,
well.
I keep interrupting you, Joe.
I was simply going to ask why you haven't gone to see the professor.
Oh, well, you see, in my current state, I'm a little, well, I'm starting to miss a few bits, and I'm afraid she'll notice.
You may be able to help.
Oh, really? Can you hide my rib cage?
Joe's actually gonna take off his jacket and go, this might work.
Oh, how novel. Oh, okay. And Abraham will try it on, and how do I look?
It's impossible to look better than that.
Oh,
Rather dashing, actually.
splendid. Okay. Well, I guess the only other thing is, well, how does one take water with them? And he taps a foot into the puddle. I believe it's rather dry up there still. All of the water tanks in the lab are, well, a bit wonky.
Well, can't help you with that one. But I do have some questions if you might be so inclined to try and help me, and maybe we can figure something out.
Oh, well, certainly. How can I help you?
We are looking for We're looking for someone by the name of Belle.
Oh, Miss Bella.
Bella, yes.
Wonderful girl. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I met Bella, a long time ago. I still wasn't alive then, but, she was wonderful. Did a lot for the program. The professor was very, very proud of her progress. It's rather a shame that, Mr. Knock and, well, Bella is a part of Mr. Knock, I'm sure you know, got in a fight with their trainer. Oh, sad, sad day that was.
You remember what the fight was about?
Oh, no, no one's quite sure what it was about. I asked the professor, but she didn't see a thing. No, there were several people who were just gossiping about it. You might, world travels fast. Workplace gossip and all that.
I'm afraid there's not much of a workplace.
Oh, yes. Rather a shame, that is. Bit drafty.
We're looking for a certain door. We
Mm.
ran into an individual by the name of Michael. Says they can hear songs from it. Would you happen to know anything about it?
Bella's other half, Michael. Oh,
Yes.
dear. Poor thing. Can't imagine how dreadful it must be for the two of them to be separated. Rather painful, I'd imagine. Let's see. Well, I believe the door is the reason why I'm still alive. Not quite sure where it is. I don't hear it. Apparently like Michael does, but, well, it's keeping me like this.
Careful, Abraham.
Just gonna move this out of the way.
I note that we've seen the door have an effect on the professor as well. Is this area close to where the professor is?
Not really.
Okay.
You're like at least a full like 15 feet underground down in this cave.
And is it a singular cave, or does this cave extend into other caves?
Oh, it extends. It extends into others. Yep.
I would like to I would like to investigate a key.
Okay.
Or-
Grasp at a key.
Yeah, grasp at a key here.
Okay.
It's clear that this door is having an effect on him.
Mhm.
I almost want to say a greater effect than it is the professor. I just want to see if there's perhaps we could use him as kind of like a compass to where the door might be, if that makes sense.
You can try and roll on it to grasp a key.
Okay.
But it'll be, yeah, you know what? Go ahead, roll for it.
Okay. I'm gonna toss it because I still have a bunch of darkness.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss in 2 darkness.
Okay.
Here we go. And I missed.
No key for you. Sorry.
Unless you want to take some
Unless-
ruin for it.
If I would have what?
Unless you want to take ruin for it. Which, like, I mean, you're gonna have to unless you
Mhm.
get one anyway.
And I will let my players know that you're at 33 minutes and 20
Oh,
seconds
God.
left.
All right.
Okay.
I'm taking the ruin. I'm taking the ruin. Wait,
Okay.
no. An 8 would be a success, right?
What did you roll?
Yes.
An 8? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a success.
Well, I rolled a 7, which is a miss. I'm going to. I can't spend a
You
bond.
can't spend it afterwards. No.
No.
All right, I'll take the ruin. I'll take the ruin.
Okay.
One of us.
All right. At the mention of the professor not being as affected, you think about those after images that she leaves and how they are so incredibly close to being real. I will copy that onto your sheet for you.
I wish I was smarter, y'all. I'm sorry. Joe,
Okay,
why
We're
but
you
so
think-
smart?
the after images
was,
are so close to being real.
Yeah, I will put the.
Oh, that's not the professor.
There you go.
Yeah, who was the one that got like the look-alike thing of Eden? I don't remember if that was okay. It was Lucius. Never mind. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh man, like if Joe had that, the dots might connect.
There's one last thing I'd like to ask
Okay.
Abraham, which is, do you happen to know why anyone would be creating a weapon specifically to destroy you? And I'm gonna pull it out.
Oh,
No.
to destroy me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well. Well, I did help in its design, just in case I ever, became a problem.
Did you help in the design of? And I'm gonna pull out the one for Lucius.
Oh, no, I've never seen that one before. No, you see, I could not bear the thought of potentially being harmful to my dear darling professor, so I helped her create a weapon that could, permanently neutralize me should I ever become, an issue. As, some things do tend to become issues around here.
I'd like to try and connect one of the facets to the mystery.
Go for it.
I think that these weapons that are made to like stop Omen class monsters is one of the reasons why the base was abandoned. That's my running theory.
Okay. You can go ahead and connect that to the base.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna do the division. Yes, the division weapon, or precise instructions on how to neutralize Lucius onto the abandonment of the.
Okay. Do you want to do that, or the division weapon used to kill Abraham?
I think yes, the one used to kill Abraham.
Okay.
I'll lock that one on there.
All right.
I'll change it. Yeah.
Sounds good. Shoop. Yeah. All right. Any further questions for Abraham before I switch to the others?
You got anything? I'm all out.
How? I think that the professor might be dead, and the after images is just like a hologram that she developed to like keep herself working.
So are we naming the professor the Harbinger?
I don't know that I'm gonna name the professor the Harbinger. I think someone else might be the Harbinger yet.
Okay. Well, we have 29 minutes left on the clock, so I'm going to switch over to the others while you mull that over. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Eden, are you still with Lucius?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you two up to?
We were heading to the nerve center, right?
Yep.
Okay. Heading to the nerve center, and you can go ahead and head on over there. You walk into this space, and it is like a digital brain. It is that image in every science fiction scenario of servers and screens and cables that like pulse with light leading to a central stalk that then branches out at the ceiling that is impossibly tall. You see decades old equipment mixed with new high-tech equipment that beeps and clicks under a thick layer of dust. Many files are in disarray. When personnel evacuated, they salvaged what little they could. I will need you to roll me a D2. Eden is 1, Lucius is 2.
1. What's going on?
All right. You find the last base-wide command flickering on an old screen. What is it, and why does it disturb you?
Oh, so like what's flickering on the screen?
Yeah. The last command given to the entire base.
Ooh. This is what the intern would have typed in before everything went kablooey. Um, I think it would have been something just incredibly ominous, like Exodus
Okay.
or something like that. Um, just one word. It just,
Okay.
does it mean everyone get out safely? All the people get out safely, or did something worse get out?
Okay. And why does that disturb you?
Because the more we're learning about this place, more sounding like something worse is out there.
Okay. There is definitely something worse for Omen class monsters. That's becoming a harbinger. So, as you all look around here, let's see. What do I give you here? Where do you go first? Do you begin looking at the files that are in disarray around the room, or do you start looking at the computers?
I feel like Lucius would be drawn more towards the physical files.
Okay.
But as a point of no, because that'd be investigating the technology. Files. Give me the files. What do the files look like? If I say it enough times, I'll forget about the other thing. That's how ADHD works.
All right. You see more files on the research being done here into Omen class monsters, how to help them, how to protect them, how to neutralize them should they become an issue. And you see documents of personnel, we'll call them interviews. And these all take place after an altercation that happened between Vex and Mr. Nock. Several eyewitnesses stated that the two shouted at each other before a confrontation became physically violent. Several walls are documented as having been torn down or destroyed, and as well as division property across 5 floors of the building. Vex forcibly escorted Mr. Nock off the premises, and when division personnel attempted to intervene in the situation, they reported that Vex used his full abilities as a Kraken to escape. Division was unable to reacquire either Vex or Mr. Nock after the incident.
Okay. And when they say full abilities as a Kraken, is Kraken like is that one of the playbooks? Is it just on that, like, do we know what that means?
It is the Kraken.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I think that yeah, I think like Lucius will relay that information to Eden as well, and say it would appear that Vex and Mr. Nock got into some sort of fisticuffs over a disagreement. Michael, do you recall what that disagreement was about? Is Vex the reason that you two are separated?
Vex wanted to help Bella in danger.
So Bella is the danger. Not Vex.
Possibly.
Okay.
Would you like to look around more?
I already looked around. Eden, do you want to
Yeah.
look around at things?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's gonna be the best looking at things like computers and stuff necessarily. But at least in terms of like pattern recognition, it's something that she is good at. So maybe just seeing what she can find amongst all these servers, if she
Mhm.
can get into something that's already been given that final command. Um, we'll see.
You go looking through the computers and you see more information on Bella and Nox, their trainer Vex, and the other Omen class monsters that were here previously. And you also find security footage of the confrontation between between Vex and Mr. Nock. And it is even more destructive than the reports that Lucius directed you to say. These are two individuals that have more power between the two of them than you have even witnessed Dynast show. And you track most of the destruction that you currently see in this building to this specific instance. You also see reports on them being a critical success for the Ascension project. Notes about where can we push this next? Can we push this forward? Should we push this forward? You see notes about the interest in their symbiotic relationship, Bella and Michael. And you see notes written and scribbled out about attempting to separate them.
I think to that, like, let's say, well, it looks like they did.
Do you think if they were trying to separate them that they were going to attach something else onto Bella?
I mean, maybe the way that they were trying to graft things or whatever, that we were finding in the lab wouldn't be that far-fetched. But a critical success, were they trying to do this? She gestures in on the destruction.
And Lucius, I think, sort of like looks at everything like that's been going on and says, if they consider this a critical success, could also be that they wanted to find out how strong they could make weapons.
I wonder if separating them potentially led to whoever the Harbinger is at the bottom of this.
Okay,
I
so
think it might be.
Hmm.
I could maybe see it being Bella, but now that Vex is in the picture.
Watching the footage, it looks like they got into an altercation because of a verbal disagreement. Correct?
That is correct.
When Vex leaves with Bella, what is the expression that they carry?
They don't leave. The fight breaks out.
And then the footage cuts?
Probably because the camera feed was accidentally destroyed in the destruction of the five floors of the building.
Yeah. If they are considered a success for this Ascension project, and Vex and Bella are at odds with one another, I am going to guess only one of them has a song about them that we have found so far. And if Michael is hearing specific song, the song of the Kraken is A Tale as Old as Time. At least as old as the good book. I would say we need to find where Vex is. And I would like to try and develop a theory.
Okay.
Which is that Vex.
Do you want to gather with your group first?
Yeah, I think. I think that he would like if there's a comm system or like they have like I feel like Division would hook us up with a group chat.
You
like
are
a
the
message.
Library of Alexandria, and like you have like deities with you. Y'all
Yeah.
can just be like, touch your temple and talk to one another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this thing on?
It's the most mundane thing you all have is being able to contact one another.
Telepathically.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that Lucius would just dynast Joe. I think that we found something in the nerve center.
We found something in the caves.
Something alive, something dead.
Both?
Right in the middle there, I'd say.
And it looks towards Eden, and says, I think we're most likely going to have to go down deeper into the cave.
I don't think we have much time to lose. Let's go.
Let's go. After you,
Okay.
Mother. And he like motions for you to go.
And for
As
those
we
listening,
take the shadow down.
yeah. And for those listening at home, we have about 15 minutes left before the door opens.
Ha ha!
So, do you want to try and connect any more of these uncovered keys to the facets? You have 2 that are connected. You need 1 more. What you think is the door of power, and then you can just give me your theory as to how these all connect and what they all are.
So my theory is relating to the remains of a howler sanctifies and posed in a sacred position pointing towards the harbinger, because or I guess actually do we, because we don't need to connect it to each of the facets to solve
you
this,
need
right?
you need 1 key connected to 1 facet.
Okay, sounds good. So if we are connecting to the door of power, then I would say precise instructions on how to neutralize Lucius to the door of power, specifically because if the computers look like they have still been active, that means somebody might have been using them. If they don't want to be destroyed, what better thing to do than to start using this abandoned facility to create weapons to stop the people who try and stop you? Because we found things on
Okay.
how to stop each of us, and not like, oh, this is how you stop Mr. Knock. This is how you stop it. It's literally just our crew.
Okay. Alrighty. And the Song of the Kraken captured on an old device.
That
What was the theory on that?
I think that the initial theory was that it related to Bella somehow, / the song that the door is going. But now I like, and stop me if I'm wrong, I think that it's connecting to that as a method of giving us, like, if this dude has the abilities of the Kraken, again, the song of the Kraken, the
Exactly.
awakening of this harbinger, it could also be that this is how we defeat the Kraken. It's through this song. I'm not really sure.
So it's possible that either Vex is the Harbinger or the song awakened something in Bella to become the Harbinger? Is that what we're thinking?
I've got a theory.
What's your
Okay.
game theory.
All right, so here's the theory. I think I want to connect evidence of Bella's childhood recorded decades before she was born to the Harbinger, and here's why. This entire place is
Okay.
working on dissecting what makes Omen class creatures, and either destroying them or recreating them. Bella's entire ability is being able to merge with an Omen class creature, and I think somebody was trying to create the ultimate Omen class creature by taking Bella and merging her with the best parts of Omen class creatures, which is why they had to rip Michael out of her.
I'm in it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. And how does the cruel division weapon used to kill Abraham? How does that connect to the abandonment of Division Base 001?
I think that one of the Omen class monsters might have gotten wind of them developing weapons to destroy them, and then created both the Harbinger to help unlock the Door of Power, and
Okay.
it unlocks something within them.
Okay. Someone go ahead and roll to unlock Doom's door.
Ah,
On an 8 to 10, you have tracked down Doom's door. You know exactly where it is and how to unlock it. In addition, the Keeper will present with an opportunity to protect what matters most, take down the Harbinger, or otherwise drive back the apocalypse.
Who's feeling froggy and ready to take a leap? Because I'll do it.
I mean, like, I have one more darkness token if we want to.
you actually cannot spend darkness tokens on this roll.
particular one? Okay,
Okay.
well.
How we
Yeah.
feel? Who wants to do it?
I've been rolling
You are-
nothing but sixes if you want that from me, but like, all hell, I like gotta change somehow.
11 minutes left.
I'm gonna take the shot. I'm taking the
Do
shot.
it.
Do it.
Do it.
You
Take
know
a
what?
shot.
Do it. Do it.
Take a
do it.
shot.
Do it.
Okay, all right. I'm taking
Shots,
a shot.
shots.
Everybody.
God dang it, it's not working.
We're at a timer. Roll 20.
It's not me. It's Roll20. Why are you like this?
Here, I will pause it until the roll is done.
Okay.
Thank you. Unlock Doom's door. Here it is. Here it is.
So we add the number of connected keys minus the mystery's complexity.
Yes.
All right. So how many am I adding?
So you add 1 to the roll. The mystery's complexity is 2. There are
Okay.
3 keys.
All right. Here we go.
Is it the number of total keys or is it the number
Oh
of
no!
The number of connected keys.
number of connected keys? Yeah.
I just added 1 because I was told to add 1.
Okay. No. This is the one time it's good. It looks like.
Well,
What?
we've reached the door moments after the Harbinger has unlocked it.
Yes. You all feel the ground begin to shake and you run, knowing that it is coming from beneath you, from the cave system down below. And as you race down there, you see the image of the professor pulling open the door and reaching in for something.
I knew it.
What do you all do?
Oh.
I mean, I only know how to respond one way, so I'm about to unleash the dark.
Okay. You watch as she begins to harness the power on the other side of the door, and her after images continue the motion that she took to get there, and you see her exact path there. And this is the part where I tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt her ascension. So, I think, let's see. What time are we at for tonight?
Well, we still got 2 hours left.
2 hours left?
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you want to do a break early.
No, let's do it.
Okay, sounds good.
In order for you, one of you, to stop her, you can either take 3 ruin or give up 2 of your bonds. And you will have to describe how you attempt to stop her from ascending. There will be another option after you stop her from ascending to open the door, and you will have to roll for this.
Quick question.
Mhm.
How many ruins until you start unlocking ruin moves again?
I believe it's, depending on your sheet, I believe it's when you take 4 ruin.
Okay. Hi, I'd like to smash that ruin button, please, if that's cool with everybody.
How did I know? Okay, describe. So go ahead and mark your 2 ruin. And then
Okay.
I would like you to roll and see if you're successful.
I'm at 4 ruin, everybody.
Okay, yeah. Describe to me how you are attempting to stop her from ascending.
I think that Dynast has been a little bit of smashy, fighty this entire time,
Mhm.
and is going to take the flaming sword and is going to do a leaping jump and just try and slice through her.
Okay. Go ahead and let's make a roll for that.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can get between that 8 and 10.
Is that an unleash the darkness?
Yeah, we'll say
or
that's an unleash the darkness.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's go. It's just gonna be a straight roll because I don't think I have any darkness tokens currently.
Okay.
So let's roll.
I believe in you, Dynast.
Do I want to spend any bonds? Nah. Let's do it. No, it's a miss. It's a miss, y'all.
Do you want to apply a bond to that? I think a bond would give you +1 to make it a
Would.
success.
Which bond do I want to spend, friends?
Well, who do you have bonds with?
I think I have bonds with. Let's see. I have bonds with Eden. I have bonds with Joe. Yeah, I have bonds with Eden and Joe.
Okay. Which one would you like to give up?
All right, I think I'm gonna give up the bond that I have with Joe. If that's okay. I was kind of also a real big jerk to Joe, and I think that that Dynast feels maybe a little bit guilty about that and wants to try and absolve some of that guilt by just being like, I can't be that person to help Joe through this, and so I'm going to just sever my bond with Joe for that +1.
Okay. You will do that, and as you swing your sword down, she has one hand on the door and one hand reaching in, and you sever her arm above the elbow. She is no longer touching it, and she steps back from the door and just, who are you? I need to get in there. I can help Abraham. I know how to fix him. I can fix him. But can I fix him? Can I fix him like a teapot? I can fix him like a teapot. I can glue him back together. I can fix him like a teapot. And you are now between her and the open door. Who would like to go next? And I'm going to say she takes a condition from that as well. Joe?
Yeah, I think now's the time I want to try my ruin move.
Okay.
I'm gonna do heavy as the crown. I can declare a harbinger knows me and the terrible prophecy that awaits. Describe what part they will play in your prophecy, and when I declare this, I have to either mark 1 ruin and they'll immediately offer something of great value, but will demand I show them through my action that I'm ready to fulfill my prophecy, or I mark 2 ruin and force them to acknowledge my power and give way to me. For now, they will offer something of great value as a means of appeasing me.
Okay. And you have to describe how they're a part of your prophecy?
Yeah.
Okay. How is the professor a part of your prophecy?
I am going to say that this particular door is the first in a chain reaction of doors that open.
Okay.
But I am going to tell her, right door, wrong harbinger. You weren't supposed to be the one to open this.
Oh, I love it. And then she has to give you something of importance. Is that the
Yeah,
next part?
you force them to acknowledge my power. They give way to me for now, and they will offer me something of great value as a means of appeasing me.
Oh, but how do you know? How do you know? I mean, it could be me. It could be anyone. Look, I have research. Do you want to see my notes? You can see my notes. You can see all of my notes. I have it all written down right here. And she is waving a notebook. And as she waves in your hand, you swear you see Lucius's name on one of the pages again.
I am going to lean over to her and tell her the first door isn't open because of love. As a means to like to kind of goof to get her off. I guess I and also I want to see what that paper is with Lucius names on it. What does that pertain to?
Okay. Yeah. You can take that notebook from her. We'll resolve that later, though.
Okay.
So, and I will say, does she take any conditions as a result of this, according to your move?
No, but I
Mhm.
do take 2 ruin.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, and she steps further back from the door,
Mhm.
confused. I gave her the condition that she is surprised by you all arriving down here. That felt appropriate. What would you all like to do next? Eden, Lucius?
I think that Lucius is going to approach the professor, as he does have the condition of Michael's longing. And as he approaches the professor, he will say, "There's the story of a great man who loved a individual so much that they would forsake the rest of the world. Vex, Bella, Michael." And he'll like list off the other names of the individuals that they that were here. You would give up everything, everyone, for the love of one person. Childish. And he will basically like extend out with his power with his Unleash the Dark ability. And
Okay.
let's see here. I would like to yeah, I'll do the gnawing edge of hunger. Because if she is willing and
Okay.
like so loving of Abraham that she'd be willing to do this, there's got to be some tasty emotions in there that I could just like, num, 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 off of. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and snack attack. In doing so, I would like to let's see it first. Why? Why is this the thing today? I
What
rolled
was that
3
roll?
6s in a row.
Can you go get
Six,
physical
six,
dice and roll
six.
physical dice?
I could do that right now if you want it.
I'm going to let you re-roll this because this is just a statistical like. This
Just
should
buy
not
a
be
lotto
happening.
ticket is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
so,
is like me rolling in my Pathfinder game.
so that would be a 9.
Okay.
And on a 9, I blunt the worst edges of my hunger and feed only as much as I need. And then I can choose one. Describe how my form becomes more human. I clear one condition. Describe who you wish you could feed on instead. I gain 1 bond with them. Or I give into the euphoria of the feeding. Describe how you create or replace a hungry condition to reflect this.
Okay.
So I am going to choose to have my form become more human as I clear the condition of Michael's longing. Get rid of that because instead I am taking all of the professor's love and leaving behind a cold husk of science in order to clear off Michael's longing. So, like, if she
Okay.
doesn't love Abraham anymore, she won't be motivated to operate the door.
You think so?
No.
Okay. Yeah. How are you making yourself appear more human?
I appear more human. So he has Lucius is very jagged. features. Like he's a very cold looking person.
Mhm.
And he just called her childish for wanting to do all this as he like extended out his abilities to feed. But I think that like his cheeks are a little bit rosier. He doesn't seem as like the chip on his shoulder is like a little bit lessened. And it's one of those things where it's just like you tell a person like, "Oh, you never smile. Why don't you smile?" And then you see them smile for the first time. It's like that's way fucking worse. Like go back to
Put the
scowling,
teeth away.
please.
Put
Yeah.
it. Nope. Nope.
And I think
nope, don't like
that
it.
is Lucius's equivalent, where it's like,
Yep.
yay, like has like that like he has a little bit of a grimace, but like for him, this is happy.
I love it. I love it. All right, Eden, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so is there a way that once the door is open, you just kind of shut
Yeah.
that?
You can attempt to close it.
Okay, great. I would love to do that.
Okay, how do you attempt to close the door?
I mean, like, how exactly does it look like? Does it look like there are any mechanisms to do that, or is it just like a manual, like you need to brute force it?
It looks like incorporeal and physical at the same time. Like it is an in between. Like it is something that is meant to exist, but also not exist. It is space and time. It is tangible and intangible all at once. There's some celestial wibbly wobbly timey wimey things, y'all.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Mhm.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I think before trying to do anything like brute force, just try to slam it, I think she's just going to try to manually close it, just like a regular door. I mean, she's an
Okay.
almond glass monster. It's like, maybe that is all you have to do instead of trying to just destroy things.
Okay, let me see. Is there a move for just closing the door? Just saying nope and closing the. I'm going to make a move that says just say nope.
Nope.
Let's see. I'm going to say. Let's count this as a unleash the dark.
Okay.
Right?
Totally fine. Okay, let me.
Because you can't touch celestial BS without coming away a little unscarred, you know?
That's entirely fair. I just have to find it in this whole list of things.
It should be on the basic moves.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like when you show it, there's like just the whole list of stuff unless you don't
Yeah.
collapse it. Okay. Yes, it's this one. 8. Perfect hit.
Fantastic. So on an 8 to 10, you wield the darkness with control and ease. Choose to get past their defenses and inflict a condition. It is a door, so you can't really do that. Get what you want from them. Avoid reprisals, harm, or cost. Gain the upper hand for now. Expose a weakness or flaw. Confuse them for some time. So I'm going to say that you can probably get what you want and avoid any celestial power kickback from closing this door.
That's exactly what I would have chosen.
Okay. And as you shut it, you all watch as there is more rumbling as the door sinks back into the cave towards the base of this structure that the Howlers had built up. And as it sinks into the metal, it begins to destroy the tower that was built. And you watch as, in an impossible amount of time, rust creeps out from the sides where this door touches and up, and it just crumbles into a rusty pile of dust, several floors worth of all this metal coming down and just collapsing at your feet in a giant red mound. And the professor stands up, brushes herself off, and says, "Thank you. I think we'll see each other again. Abraham, where are you? And she turns and walks away further into the caves.
Not the reaction I was exactly expecting.
Back.
Is she bleeding at all? Because I just chopped her arm off.
You chopped her arm off with a flaming sword.
Yeah, true. That cauterizes pretty well
So,
instantly.
yeah. I think that holy fire does a little,
It's a clean cut. You're good.
Yeah.
Basically a lightsaber.
Yeah.
So the door it's closed now. So
The door's closed. You did it.
I'm also curious to see what she's going to discover with Abraham, because the door was the only thing that was keeping him alive. So I'm gonna follow.
Okay. Does everyone follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's Michael looking? I'm just
You turn to look and see where Michael is, who has been hovering over your shoulder. And there is no longer anything there.
I think as Eden kind of reverts at this point, she no longer has to be Bella, so she won't. I'm gonna say, I think that was for the best.
Lucius sort of nods and says, as much as I would like to watch the professor's despair when she realizes her lover is no longer with us, despair often leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Lucius, because like the structure that they used to descend into this cave has now rusted and gone. If everybody else is going to like investigate this, Lucius is going to stick behind and be like, how the fuck do we get out of here? Or he'll start,
Okay.
or he'll call Angel to get them, like, hey, solve the thing, throw a rope, please.
There are stairs leading up that you can take up.
Sick. I'm just going to take the stairs while everyone else is doing that. I wanted to go back to the nerve center and just start like looking through as much documents and other shit.
Yeah. So you are all following after the professor?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How closely do you follow?
I'm not being subtle. Plus, if Abraham is dead, I also have to get my coat back.
Okay. And you see as you go after her, she does eventually find the body of Abraham. And she begins humming as she picks him up and carries him further into the cave. And if you continue following, she goes to another set of stairs that lead further down into a narrow passage. Do you continue to follow?
I'm kind of getting the feeling I'm not getting that coat back, so I just let them vanish into this narrow passage.
How was she carrying him with one arm?
Fireman's carry.
Strong.
That's a very large amount of strength for someone who spends all day in a lab.
Fireman's carry really depends more on leverage than strength. Anybody can do it. It's recommended that most people learn how to do it just in case you get caught in the fire.
Dynast is going to keep following.
Okay. Dynast, you keep following and you go down these stairs and you follow through the narrow passageway as it opens out to the cliffside. And there, waiting for the professor, is another person shrouded in a black trench coat with a hood that's pulled up, obscuring their face from you. And they gesture to the professor to step through a shining portal to a city beyond that is pristine and beautiful. You can hear birds chirping on the other side. It's a very, very strange with all of these waves crashing around you. And the professor nods to this person, still carrying Abraham, and steps through. And as the person in this hood steps through as well, they turn and wave to you without showing their face, and the portal closes behind them.
Well, that's problematic. Dinus is going to try and return to the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah. You can easily track back the way you came. Where did Eden go?
I don't think Eden would have followed along. I think she would have let that and how it was going to. Should probably go back to like the very beginning spot of the mission. Just kind of look around for Angel, make sure she's okay. But they're okay.
Okay. All right. So you're going back to the beginning. Lucius, you went to the nerve center again?
Yeah, I went to the nerve center.
Okay. What are you looking for at the nerve center?
So we know that there is documentation here about how to stop Omen class monsters. He's going to check to see, because the computers are still logged in, even though it's been forever. He is going to see if they still have network access.
Okay. You try to log in, and there's no internet network access here.
Okay.
But there is access to file systems.
That's what we're looking
And
for.
as you find the internal file systems and you click through them, a lot of it does not make sense. It's a lot of scientific words, phrases, equations. Ugh. And
Math.
but as you go through, you find a file very similar to the other one that showed a person very similar in appearance to Eden. But on this one, at the end, it says, termination possible. Device departed location at 1600 hours. Date redacted. Carried by 3 to separate locations. In redacted. 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 Apple core must never be found. From there, the rest of the file is redacted.
Okay. So I think Lucius kind of like getting an understanding of this, and like how the file system kind of works, he will then search up his own name and just remove himself from the file system.
Okay. You can definitely do that. You can delete yourself and then empty the recycle bin.
Yep. Just
Nice.
scrub it.
Anything else you do while you're here?
Just gonna collect all the notes and paperwork that I can, like go from Nerve back to the science lab where the professor was. Again, notes, documents, just whatever paper is lying around going into the folio.
Okay. Yeah, you can get a whole legal box.
Yeah, he's and
Kind
like
with the nice sturdy kind with the handles.
he's gonna save it for later. Like, he doesn't want to
Mhm.
investigate all of this now because, like, they just got done with the door, and he'd rather, like, sit in his office and read this on his own time than standing in the wreckage
Yeah.
and ruins of this place.
For sure. For sure. Eden, you go back to find Angel.
Mhm.
Yeah. You make your way back up, and like they said, they are still there waiting for you all, attempting to pace. You hear them behind a door towards the front where you all entered. And as they hear your approach, you can hear the shuffling of metal on tile flooring as a chair is removed from behind the doorknob, and they peek their heads out. Did you all cause the building to shake?
Yes, and no, it technically wasn't us the first time, at least, but the second time, yes. But the door
They're
itself
okay.
is closed.
It's closed. Did it open?
Maybe for a little bit.
Okay. But you all dealt with it, right? I don't.
We did.
Okay. Cool. Where's everyone else? They all didn't die, did they?
No, they're on their way. We're all okay.
Okay. Okay. My bleeding stopped. So there's that. I am much better at giving mission briefings than I am at small talk. So I'm just going to lean against this wall quietly. That's okay.
Okay.
Cool. And you see as they gingerly lean back against the wall and assume cool angel pose with a cigarette. Yeah. And are the rest of you exiting the building, or was there anywhere else that you wanted to go?
I'm exiting.
Exiting?
Joe's going to while he's by himself for a moment. I'd imagine this is up to your discretion. Do we would have cell phones and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Joe is going to take a picture of all of the intel got on Lucius and store it away in his own personal cloud, put the phone back in his pocket, and make a beeline to Lucius and just kind of put the papers on his chest and just go, this belongs to you.
And Lucius looks at it and just, and he starts flipping through, oh, what is this? And very where did you find these?
The professor, once he understood my role in things, gave it to me as a sign of fealty, and the other I found while traveling down here. You can say I've had enough betrayal to last me a lifetime, so take it.
He nods. He's much appreciated. I don't know what division he's planning on doing with this.
I'd rather you.
I don't think it's for us.
I'd rather you know what's coming than not.
Well, that is what they say.
I don't know that I can trust myself with the knowledge of how to kill you. You are challenging to deal with.
And I think Lucius like puts a hand on Joe's face, just like from under the chin, in a very Renaissance painting-esque style, and just sort of like pats your chin, and just says, "You deal damage better than you speak. Focus on what you're good at. Let's get out of here."
I'm regretting giving you that information already.
Does that count as me being petty?
Yes.
Sick. Darkness points, baby. That's 2.
This relationship is so toxic. I love it. Oh. All right. And Eden and Dynast, are you making or you're already up front? Are Eden, Dynast, are you making your way up front? Or was there anywhere else you want to go?
Dynast, I think, is going to start just making his way up through the ruins of everything and sort of just, I think, is going to stop at an office, the last place that Din saw Tweeter, the little intern. And it's just going to look for like any sign.
Roll me 2d6.
Okay. Seven.
Okay. You don't find much, but you do find a ID badge that's kind of burnt away. And the part that remains is it's the part with their first name and picture on it. And you also find a little Tweety Bird coffee mug.
I'm gonna stash the Tweety Bird coffee mug in one of my pockets.
Yeah.
And put the little ID inside of it. And then begin to head out.
All right. You can all reconvene with Angel, who seems very relieved that you have all made it back. So I can open the portal for us all to go back if any of you have anything else left you want to do.
Strain yourself. We know you've done so much.
Cool. I'm tired and I'm ready for lunch. I don't know about y'all, but
I could.
And there might be birthday cake in the office.
Oh, really? Whose birthday is it?
That's right. Nessie.
Nessie's throwing together a 1,000th birthday party for, who is it again?
I can barely remember. I just put my name on the card when it comes to me.
Linda.
It was Linda. Linda did it. It was Linda's birthday.
Oh yeah, Linda. Really nice. Really nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Birthday cake. Let's go. And Angel will lead you all back and activate the portal for you all to start your return journey. And it is the same journey that you took before, hopping countries and timelines until you are back at Division Base, walking out of a different hangar bay than what you previously left in. It seems that they resynced that final jump for you all, but I think that will be a good place to go to break.
Incredible. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes while we process. The door was open for just like a little bit.
A little bit. It's fine.
You almost got to touch it. You can
Anything
taste
could
it.
have come through, even to small red boy that we will obviously name Hellboy. But we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see all of you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Hopefully my buttons work. See you soon. No, but the audio did, so they can hear me.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi!
It's me, your guy, your buddy, your pal, the Indoor Adventurer.
And I'm glad we changed over to have that be the first thing that people will see coming back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. As our Keeper of Doors has said, they are the Indoor Adventurer. Indoor, take us away.
So, last we left off. Our party returned to their home base, and your buddy, your pal, Agent Yates, your Agent Coulson, is standing there waiting for you all as you walk back into the building, and just waves and, "Hey, everybody, how you doing? You were gone for a while. I made those Rice Krispie treats that you all wanted. I brought cookies this time too. I stress bake. How did everything go?"
It could have been worse.
Closed the door, but the Harbinger got to it.
Oh,
Didn't manage to ascend, though.
that is good. That, you know what? You still get to have a Rice Krispie treat. And he hands over this plate, Dynast, and pulls back some clear foil. And you see a stack of Rice Krispie treats all cut into the shape of different dinosaurs.
Did you get me the gelatinous bears that I requested?
Oh, yes. You wanted the specific color as well. And out of his coat pocket, he hands you a Ziploc bag. I had to pick them all out by hand myself. I hope that's okay.
I just wanted to make
wore
sure that
gloves.
the green ones were green apple. Were not green apple, but lime instead.
No,
I
they
was
are
okay with
they are
with
lime.
the assortment. I didn't want. Oh, okay.
Oh, I ate the other ones. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I like the lime ones best.
You have a bag full of lime ones. This man must have eaten so many gummy bears to get rid of the rest of them.
Eat them. He could have just separated them. I love this.
No,
man.
he committed.
I like that this is the
Committed.
one thing on Dynast Rider is lime green gummy bears. That's it.
But he is standing there holding a plate of Rice Krispie treats
I'll
shaped
take
like
one.
dinosaurs. Okay.
Eden will gladly take one of them.
You know, now that I
Dynast is-
think of it, I don't think it was Rice Krispies that I wanted, but I appreciate the effort.
They even got the
Ye-
plates right on this Stegosaurus. It's actually incredibly intricate. The fact that you were able to do this is really impressive.
Thanks. I got an A in home ec class. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'll stick these in the break room. Does anyone want a chocolate chip cookie? I have those as well.
I'll grab a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
There's
There's a-
more. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's just gonna go. I'm more in a savory mood. Next time you get snacks, could you get me those pigs in
The pigs in a
Sure.
blanket?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
can
word.
I can definitely do it. I can definitely do that. Pigs in a blanket. In a blanket. Okay. Joe, heart savory. Got it. I got it.
Dynast is going to take two of the same shaped dinosaurs and put the green gummy bears in between them and make a gummy bear Rice Krispie square sandwich and eat it.
How's that sandwich?
Quite good, actually. You want to buy?
You know what? I had so much sugar today. I am good, but that is something I will try in the future.
No,
I'll call it. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just find it funny. No, I'm the one that recommended Rice Krispie treats, and everybody seems to be enjoying them. I'm just saying, just
Thank you, Joe. I
whatever.
appreciate
He
that.
just walks off.
I don't think Joe likes me. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Not all coworkers get together. So anything else I need to know about your mission? For the debrief for my notes.
You may want to look in on the professor.
Looking on the professor. Which professor?
And he'll describe the professor that they met. she was having some sort of potentially intimate relationship with Ibrahim Aquaticus.
Hang on. Do you mean and he turns around and he goes to one of the desks nearby and types something in, types another thing in, types a third thing in. I can never remember my password. One moment, please. And tries a few more times and then goes, here. Was it this person? And turns around the screen so you all can see it. And next to the photo of the person that you saw as the professor, you see in large letters, deceased.
Now, is this like looks at the date? Like deceased recently? Like within the time frame? Or like years
deceased
ago?
Like deceased several years ago. Deceased. That's who you saw.
I think she was the Harbinger.
Huh.
And she got away.
Okay. Do you know where she went to? Who she was working with? Was she working with anybody? Was there any witty catchphrase that went along with?
She did say, "I'll get you next time, Batman."
We'll see you again. Then escaped down into an exterior portion of the cavern system and jumped through a portal to a very clean city with some hooded figure. They did not make the face, but they waved at me.
Through a portal, okay. They are capable of portal travel. That is you know what? That is not our problem. It is your job to report in the facts, and unless it gets assigned to us again, it is not our problem. It's not going to keep me up late at night at all.
They took the body of Abraham Aquatica, who had deceased as well.
Okay, it might keep me up a little bit at night tonight.
What happened to her arm, by the way? Like, did we take that with us? Was that recovered as part of the mission?
No, she was reaching into the beyond the door. There was no arm recovered.
It fell through the door. And then we closed the door. So
it fell through the door, and then you closed the. You know what? It's going in the report. Then it's not our problem, unless it gets assigned to us again, or she sees you again. That's very ominous. That's like a comic book supervillain thing.
a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Did she look really cool when she said it? Did she strike a pose?
I mean, considering I just chopped her arm off.
Cool,
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's supervillains are a thing. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna go file a report. I'm gonna go file the report, and you are all free to go. You all have a lovely day, night, day. What time is it? Afternoon. It's now afternoon.
Is there cake in the break room from
Yes.
Linda's birthday?
Yes. Nessie did. Yeah, Nessie did save you all slices individually. Just so you know. Yeah, they're labeled. She likes her label maker. I'm gonna go. Okay. Right.
Just imagining labels being on these like little styrofoam plates.
Yes.
I kind of love that though.
And when you all go in there is a plate for each of you labeled with a slice of birthday sheet cake. It's vanilla with cream cheese frosting and some strawberries on top. But Joe, where'd you go?
I think Joe went outside for a cigarette break. He's just
Okay.
outside, just kind of watching people come in and out of the office.
Mhm.
I think you would have stopped and had a little bit of small talk with Nessie as well. Just
Mhm.
you know, just wrapped up the mission, so I'm not sure the next time I'm gonna be back here. So you mind if I just sign that card a little early?
Oh, oh yeah, sure. Let me get it out. Hang on. Hold on here. Let me see where I got it. Oh, here you go. There's a
No.
spot right down there for you if you want to sign right there.
You gave me a good spot right by the corner. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You muted yourself.
He just goes, "Happy birthday, Linda. Here's to many more." Signed, Joe. There you go.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, she's gonna love this. I mean, we're gonna give it to. We already did the cake, so she already knows the card's coming. But Muno wanted to give you a chance to sign, so I'm gonna give it to her at the end of the workday.
How's the sacrifice? Did you get to do that yet?
Oh, not yet. No, we were waiting for the card to be ready. You know, got to get everyone's signatures so that everyone gets to feel a part of the team. Yeah.
You're the best of us, truly.
Oh, no, no.
Well, I'm gonna go test out my immortality with the and he just that's the cigarette in his mouth.
All right. Well, just remember, you can't do it on company property, but you enjoy yourself now, okay?
I can't do it on company policy property if I get caught. Is the thing. That's the...
Oh, I heard nothing. I heard nothing.
All right, till the end of the world. It just walks off.
Bye-bye, sweetie. And she will go back to typing on her computer. But yeah, as you go through what appears to be a well-oiled machine of an office, you open the front door and you step out. And the audience sees Joe step out of an unusual building. Joe, I will let you build this part of the world. What building is the division headquarters hidden within?
I kind of want to go goofy.
Go for it.
A party city.
Yep. You step out of the party city onto the street, and the opening soon sign is up as it is nearing the Halloween season. But it seems that the opening soon sign is always up, but stores never actually opened. People are walking to and fro on the street. It's a busy day.
Yeah, I kind of look at this opening soon sign and just mutter to myself, I can't believe no one has noticed the party city isn't open. He just kind of laughs to himself, smokes, and waves to some random strangers on the sidewalk. And then it's just gonna open his phone and look at those notes that he took pictures of Lucius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And probably just be reading those.
Yeah. You see notes detailing Lucius's existence, and the known information consumed, as well as theories on extraction of data. The notes on that part are fragmented, but there seem to be several working theories down on the page in the professor's handwriting.
Is there any way to kind of reverse engineer how they deciphered this information? Like, did they have a spy watching Lucius, or did they like steal samples of like his toothbrush or something like that?
You know that as a part of one joining division, you all had to go through a series of tests, sort of so they could categorize you, what kind of Omen class monster you were, and determine who you would work best with. You all weren't put together on a team by chance. Your abilities, like Bella's had probably been, were weighed and categorized, and you were all put together because someone in the boardroom of some part of the building said, these ones will work well together. So you could surmise that some of the data could have come from that. But the notes are just as fragmented and half written as the notes the professor was writing on her own body.
Yeah, Joe's just thinking to himself.
Sorry, I don't know if that just picked up, but that
Yeah.
was the most ominous thunder crash.
That was very
That was a good one. I was
That was
like, whoa, I thought we had the story.
That was some good timing too.
Thunder always waits.
Joe's just gonna muse to himself. Oh, so there's someone responsible, someone to blame for me dealing with this bullshit. Yeah, and then probably I'm imagining this is the entrance and exit that everybody comes out of. So he's just gonna wait for his crew to come on out at some point, or listen in to see if he's gonna be called in. But yeah.
Once you all retrieve your slices of birthday cake, where do you head next?
I'm going
You
home.
exit.
I have a
Okay.
fat box of a lot of documents to peer through that I've hidden about my person. I'm going home. Like,
Yeah.
and that, and Lucius is all, like, in his mind, he's like, he feels weird at birthday parties. Like, it's just like, it's such a mix of emotions that he just is like,
Okay.
there's no fun. There's no fun in it. There's no enjoyment for it. In it for him. So I think he'd probably be okay, so I have a question. Where does everyone live? Do people live on site, off site?
I assumed that Joe lived off site.
I assumed off site
think-
as well.
I think Din is just inhuman looking enough that they have to live on site.
Yeah, I think Eden has like camouflaged herself with tattoos and everything that it should be fine to live offsite.
Yeah, you can live offsite or onsite. I will leave that up to each of you. I will say Din can probably, with the right hat pulled down low over those deity-like eyes, can probably pass for human when needed to
Hood
go
up.
outside. Yeah, hood up. Very, very mysterious. But yeah, you are all welcome to leave the building or describe where you're going within the building.
I think Din does live on site, but does like venture out occasionally, needs fresh air and needs places to visit.
Mhm.
And did we determine what city we were in?
Chicago.
Are we are in fact in Chicago?
Mhm.
I think that Din does go to there's a little park just off the lake shore that's got some like kind of old looking tunnels and statues and just sort of hangs out around there. There's some beautiful public art installations and just walks along like little duck pond and feeds ducks occasionally.
Okay. Yeah. So, Joe, you'll definitely see Lucius and Din exit. Eden, are you exiting the building as well?
I think she also will.
Okay. Yeah.
Dinus
see
has
you-
a loaf of bread.
The second I see them leave, Joe's just gonna go, you all signed the card, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna
I
ask
mentioned-
Nessie the next time we're in the office, and if I find out you didn't sign the card, I'm gonna help her guilt trip you, and you know how awful and how long that lasts.
And I think when you say that, Lucius is kind of like, long-lasting guilt.
Yummy.
Sicko.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't have to.
And I think Lucius will, I think that he'll probably be like the first to head out But before just, I think we still did good today.
Can't save everybody, but we did manage to save Angel at least.
I think we delayed the inevitable, and for what it's worth, I think that's worth a drink. Anybody care to indulge in some sin?
Lucius will he'll weigh his options, and I think that he would probably just be like, no. The last time I heard that you indulged in some sin, somebody got pretty hurt, so I'm going to go home.
Well, that sounds like no fun. I'll join you for a drink.
Watch your back. And he like pats Eden on the shoulder, makes a pointed look at Joe, and then goes home.
Petty, take that darkness token.
Oh yes.
Like Joe has a stunned look at his face. Like he expects it, but it's still like, oh, I'm gonna make you suffer for that.
Thoughts going immediately back to like how to neutralize Lucius. Like,
well, the hole, the bottomless hole is left. So, Eden, Dionysus, would you care to come have a drink with me?
I don't know about sin, but I could stand for a drink. Beer
It's
was
not-
developed before bread, after all.
It's not like you're gonna be invited back to your home anytime soon, so you might as well.
Definitely not.
Just gonna walk to the nearest bar.
Yeah.
Like not caring if they're dressed for it at all or if they fit in. It's just walking in.
I feel like nearby there is probably like that bar that everyone goes to after work from Division. What would you all say that this bar is like? Like, what's the atmosphere that Division agents look for when they go out for a drink?
I think it's kind of dim and dank, and I have a pitch for the name.
Okay, let's hear
I
it.
was thinking Wolfwood.
Wolfwood. I like it. Wolfwood Bar.
I like the idea of it's not an above ground bar. And there's probably like a back entrance to Division nearby. But it's definitely like under a takeout place or something like that. Like it's not like an above ground structure. And it could be a product of like the old Prohibition days where like it's not supposed to be above ground. It's supposed to be kind of like this dimly lit, but like kind of nicer. It's not cushy by any means, but like it's still one of those things where like, you know, like there's carpet. There's like a little like there's a little bit of class to it.
Yeah. All right, I like it. Yeah, you all walk into this bar and it is dimly lit for the convenience of its patrons. And you walk about. There's a few people you see from the office, some faces that you don't recognize, but they clearly have the Division agent swagger about them. And behind the bar, you see a person who has, for lack of a better word, a lot of hair. They have thick brown hair that comes down. It almost appears that it comes down in mutton chops on their face, and it kind of bushes out a little bit at the cheeks, and their arms have the same thick hair going down them and down onto their hands. And as you move closer to the bar to order your drinks, you see that their nails are almost more claw-like, we'll say. And they greet you all and just, hey, how is everybody? What can I get you tonight?
Don't worry, everybody. The drinks are on me, so please indulge.
Oh, we celebrating?
Yes, the world's not ending today, but there's always tomorrow.
Oh, there's always tomorrow. And as he points his finger at you and smiles, there is a set of canine-like teeth in his mouth.
I think
I get
I'm
it.
going to have as much vodka as you can pour tonight. Yeah.
I mean, I can fill a pint glass with it if you want.
Yeah, again, always looking to test out my condition.
Alrighty. And what for you two?
Just water for me, thanks.
Water.
Could you use anything with these? And Eden's gonna take out one of the strawberries that was on the birthday cake and like take some of the seeds and just kind of like grow more strawberries from them. Just kind of set them down on the counter.
Yeah, I can muddle those in something. Any particular liquor with them? Just whatever.
It's whatever. I trust your judgment.
I like you. All right, be right back. And they go and start pulling down bottles, and they do the ice shake back and forth with the cups, and your drinks come shortly. I don't know bartender words because I don't go to a lot of bars, so they bartend for you.
That's some good bartending.
Way to tend that bar.
I've never seen a bartending as well as this one has.
Mixology with that.
Mixology was my sister. And they come back, and Joe, it wasn't a joke. They bring you a pint glass of vodka with a lime on the side. Din, you get a glass of ice water with a silly straw in it. It curves into a heart. And Eden, you get your drink. It is strawberries that have been muddled in the bottom of the glass with a spritz of soda water and some kind of rum-based liquor that is also berry flavored. It's very bubbly and sweet. But you get little chunks of those fresh strawberries in there.
Very good.
Joe's going to down his vodka and go like not even subtly, but like pointing at everybody in the bar and asking Eden and Dynas, who here looks the most like Lucius.
Now, I know this isn't exactly your story, but aren't you supposed to have a little salt with that? I don't think they have pillars here, but
I've got plenty of salt. Which one of these people looks the most like
I mean, are there any that look even remotely close to Lucius?
Roll me 2d6.
Okay. What have we done?
We're going full toxic here.
On an
That's a
8 to 10,
7.
there's one person that looks like Lucius. On
On an 11, there is somebody who looks like Lucius, but at a cost.
you gotta drink a lot for them to look like Lucius.
Oh my god.
They'd look
Push
more
and
like
roll.
Lucius if they had, if they were missing an eye. So do with that as you will.
No, I rolled a 6 and a 1, so that's a 7.
Okay. You do not see anyone who looks remotely like Lucius.
That guy'll do. Just walk over to some random sap.
Okay. Tell me what
Oh.
this person looks like.
I'm going to say the only thing that they have in common is the color of the shirt.
Okay.
Like the
Okay.
shorter, heavier, longer hair, and she like I want to say just like a human walrus with just ridiculous facial hair.
Okay. A walrus with facial hair.
Yeah, you just very round and short.
No, I am picturing a walrus in like a suit now, and so you are approaching a walrus.
That was just my Ghostbusters character.
I'll take it. I'm just
Don't
gonna
do Maurice that dirty.
There's a werewolf tending the bar. There's a walrus in a suit. Welcome to Division, everyone.
No, it's a walrus. Oh, but in for a penny, in for a pound. I don't like your face, Fred.
What?
I don't like your face.
Sorry? Can I get you a drink?
What are you gonna do about that face, though?
Should I leave?
Choco, you're too sweet. I can't even pretend. I'm just gonna push him and walk back to my friends.
I should really retire.
I feel like he's a friend of Nessie, and that's why I can't commit to him.
Tune in next time when we find out who Nessie's new boyfriend is.
Oh my god.
That's worse than being threatened with the BBEG. I like you to know that. Just gonna walk back to the group and go, why the hell do you think they put us all together? Why this group? Why this team? I hate it.
You hate it, or do you hate Lucius?
Yes.
You hate the team? Do you hate us?
I think the whole thing is pointless, rather. The end is going to come regardless. I don't know why we continue to just spin our wheels. We should be enjoying the last days, not running from them.
I think that Joe's rejection of the group makes Din feel lonely or rejected. And I'm
Okay.
going to take some darkness tokens from that.
Okay.
Oh.
How many are you taking?
I'll take 2.
Okay.
It's a little upsetting.
You know, someone made the decision to put each one of us together.
Well, I mean, when you build a team that you think will work well together, right?
Right. So I have to see the angel that pulls me out of hell every day. That's wonderful. And then the voracious, petty, irritating, obnoxious little shit of a mouth. But Eden, you're sweet.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I can't.
Yes,
be
Eden, you
mad
are
at
very
you.
nice.
I'm, in fact, actively trying to be upset with you, and I'm finding it rather difficult, even in this intoxicated state.
Would you say that Joe is attempting to reveal his heart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that roll
Okay.
as soon as I figure out how to roll again.
I know
There
that's
it
like you
is.
have to show the move to be able to roll it. It's a whole thing.
It's a perfect
Yeah!
hit.
What was it?
It's a perfect hit,
Okay.
which means choose one if they are PC and choose and they choose to deepen the connection further. Wait.
They
Oh,
choose what?
yeah. You grow closer and gain one bond on them. You soothe their heart, clear one condition, or they taught you something important. Oh, or they gave you hope and clear
Mhm.
one ruin.
Yeah. So who are you trying to connect with in this way?
I think I'm connected with Eden because I'm
Okay.
like trying to be mean, but I'm kind of confessing that I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to lash out, but you don't give me enough material.
Yet.
See, I appreciate that. And that again makes it harder for me to hate you because you're trying to help me. It's like Walrus over there. I want to fight him, but I can't because I pushed him. He made the most adorable noise.
I don't know, because he's not Lucius and he's a normal guy.
Yeah, I'd imagine when I push Lucius, it'd be a satisfying sound that makes me want to push and attack further. Not something that makes me feel bad. I've spent eons feeling bad. I don't want to feel bad anymore. I'm like, I,
Now, do you think if you did something like give all these mortals that are walking around a little bit more time, that make you feel good or no?
And what would they do with more time? Kill each other? Imprison each other? Destroy each other? Poison their world? Create laws that criminalize the pursuit of happiness, even though that's one of the rights that they say that they have here. This place deserves its destruction. I've been on the edge of their persecution for as long as I can remember. And maybe it just makes sense for it all to end.
I guess I never thought about that perspective. I feel like I've always been really close to them, I guess, if that makes sense. I've always been somewhere nearby. I can see really cool things that they make or interactions that they have with each other. It can be really beautiful sometimes. But I mean, you're right. Sometimes they build the Tower of Babel too tall, or they decide that they can survive a flood that encompasses the entire earth. And I don't know. Ultimately, I don't know what I think yet. Maybe these missions or what we're doing here might make me finally make a decision, I guess.
I figured you would be on my side of things here. It's not the destruction that has me so sick of them. It's not even the persecution. It's the thoughtlessness. how easily they forget the wonders that the ones before them have bled and sweated to create. They bombed the remnants of Babylon and don't even remember it was there.
You're right. So, do we want to just continue to erase the slate, or do we want to make them remember?
Or do we want them to try and build towards something better? Babylon fell a long time ago. Remember the history, respect it, honor it, but move forward.
Why, when they don't? You think the empires that stand today are any different than the ones that fell yesterday? They keep running in circles. Rome, Constantinople, America. It's all the same thing. Slight advances in the means of destruction, but in the end, it's the same. And should they desire to destroy and forget, why should we be sated with such amateur attempts? If destruction is their desire, I simply want to show them how it is done. Or at least the darker parts of me. The ones fueled with vodka.
And as we think about those darker parts of ourselves, y'all go ahead and pick the options that you want for that reveal your heart move. That was a success. We're going to switch over to Lucius.
Yay!
Lucius, where did you go with your box of juicy information?
I went home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's home like for you?
Home is cold. Home is sharp and jagged. It is beautiful to look at, but not to touch. And I think that, like, inside of the home, there are no pictures of family members. There are, however, pictures of Lucius from his various walks of life, but you look at, like, what is that grandpa face doing on such a young man? Like, Lucius has always looked like he is just, like, not having it. And it shows a picture of him at, like, boarding school amongst his schoolmates, and it's the same scowl. And then it's a picture of him, like, again, like in high school where he's playing rugby and he's like wearing the whole get up, short shorts and all, but still like the same permanent scowl. And then like there are pictures of him like at his business, same permanent scowl, him in the paper, same permanent scowl. Like it is forever just that expression on this person's face that they are just not satisfied with what is being offered, what is being given. So he has had to take everything. There is a rose bush outside of the building that is tended. It is tended very well because he pays to make sure that it is tended very well. Kind of like how when you look at one of the example IKEA rooms, how everything is just a little bit too exactly where it should be. That is Lucius. There is no excess in his home. And I think like where he goes in his office is a large wooden desk, an imposing green chair that sort of has these like brass buttons along the sides of it. He's probably had this chair for like 20 years and just refuses to get a new one. Instead, he just gets it reupholstered when he can, which again, having money will help with that. And he would go over to his personal bar, pull out something nice that he likes, open up the little ice tray that he has, and all of the ice that he has are those like perfect spherical balls of ice like the
Okay, now
crushed
I
ice.
hate Lucius.
Yeah. And he'll with tongs set one into a shooter glass, pour a nice, we'll say bourbon over it. And then he will go sit at his desk, take out the documents that he's gotten. And in this house that is empty, sans for himself and maybe a gardener outside, he is going to begin looking through the papers, just slow sipping, to taste, not to get any kind of kick out of it, but he's just going to like just sort of idly glance through, like see if anything really jumps out at him.
There's not much cohesive here. But you do see bits and pieces of information that you kind of sort of gleaned based on the context of where you found it. You see partial records of other experiments, of weapons that were created and failed, created and successful, created and dismantled and put in separate locations from each of their parts. You see documentation of different agents coming and going, making reports on their mission briefings. A new Omen class monster found here. An Omen class monster lost there. New teams chosen, disbanded, reformed. Teams that become trainers. Trainers that become senior members of division. But while there is not anything that links to one particular experiment, there is a name that comes up through several of the documents. And it piques your interest a little bit. And it is Project ADAM. And that is where we will leave it tonight.
And I imagine it is that, like, you see
Who
from
is he?
over his shoulder, pick up the paper, and it says, like, bold text, Project Adam.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Who
down
is
for
he?
it. Who's Adam? Where is he?
Adam.
I
We
am
need to
so
talk.
excited. I'm so thrilled. But of course, I'm thrilled whenever these folks are on the channel. Sarah, you did an absolutely fantastic job. But last I checked, you do a fantastic job everywhere you are on the internet. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah Roberts. You can find me all over the internet as the Hype Goblin. I'm not sure if Twitter is going to exist much longer, so instead, go follow me over on Instagram. I have the option to have an update channel there that you can join on my homepage, and I am putting up every time I go live, or I participate on someone else's channel, or I just do something really, really cool that I want people to know about. I put out a little blast there, and you can get a notification, because I was using Twitter for that, and I don't know if it's going to be around much longer. Other than that, you can find me on Sunday nights here, but on Sunday mornings, you can find me over on my own channel playing Pathfinder 2E, where I play Lucy, the Changeling Wizard Warlock, and I'm in danger. I'm locked in a room with the bad guy. It's fine. And on Thursday nights, you can find me GMing our D&D 5e homebrew campaign that is built all around the idea of promoting third-party published content, because we no longer need the creators of 5e to play 5e, and there is a gorgeous community built up around 5e, and the people that are getting hurt most from everything that's happening with the company are the people who are third-party publishers and creating content for it, because without them we don't have a lot of the really cool stuff that we have for 5e. And so I'd rather support those people than a corporation. But that is me. If you want to know anything else, just go to hypegoblin.com. If not, I'll see you next week here.
Sounds good. And hey, Noir, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Nicola. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Every Monday you can find me over on Cube Times for our Alien Game Beacon. Every Friday, you can find me over on Gen Con TV for Table Takes, where we discuss all the latest news of the TTRPG community. And then every Saturday, you can find me over on Critical Misses for Morning Ritual. And then on Sunday, you can find me right here, being Judas Iscariot of the Walrus Puncher.
Alleged. The punch
Alleged.
didn't happen.
Allegedly.
Oh, I
I'm gonna make a sound clip and just play that every time. Every
was
time I
wrecked.
need Noir to laugh.
I couldn't do it. But that's me.
I guess that means I'm next. Hi, everybody. I'm Anita, otherwise known as Panita or Critical Misses. You can find me everywhere on one of those places. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me Mondays co-GMing a Cypher System game called Time and Time Again. And you can also find me behind the camera doing production on my channel Wednesdays and Fridays for our slate of shows. You can follow us on Twitter to find out what those are. And we also do Morning Ritual. And we're going to Gen Con, and I think I'm going to do a quick announcement of who our guests are. You can come see us live at Gen Con, and it's also going to be simulcast online. Our guests are Husha Kid, Black Girl Mage, Omnis X, and surprise, surprise, the Hype Goblin will also be joining us.
Where?
Other than that, I'm also a GM on Start Playing Games, so if you want me to run a game for you, find me there. That's it. That's all. That's me.
Okay, I think that brings it to me. Maybe. Hi. Yes, hey everyone. It's me, Sir Heckelot. And tonight I played Eden. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Heckelot, including Twitch, Itch, for as long as Twitter's back around, Instagram, and so on. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander just a whole lot. Y'all actually won't see me next until this Friday, with Neon Lights Roleplay. We're playing in Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, or Rhyme of the Frostmaiden campaign. Then on Saturday, I will be on my personal channel playing Sucker for Love, the eldritch horror dating sim, and I'm gonna see how much of I know there's like multiple like episodes and stuff. There's a lot of lore that I'm gonna have to get through, so we'll see how far we get, because it takes me a while to get through some of these because I interact with chat just a whole lot. But other than that, you can find my portfolio online out here. I do a whole bunch of graphic design for streaming overlays, did the visuals for the intro video that you saw at the beginning of this episode. That's a lot kind of cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. But other than that, I think that's me.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. For the next, I think, 2 weeks, I think we'll be back in 2 weeks with the Four Keeps. So that, not tomorrow, but I think the week after, I need to check with folks again. If not, we'll definitely be back by the 17th on our regularly slotted Monday night game. It's going to be a fantastic time. Other than that, I know I missed last night's game of GGK, but next Saturday, you can find us wrapping up our high fantasy game, where we are... It's a One Piece hack of games, and I'm a bowling man, so maybe go and check that out. It's really fun. I have bowling ball superpowers that I like to use. And then, of course, there's this game that we host on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is fantastic. We also have our Patreon set up for Nights in the Courtyard, the after show that we like to do for all you acorns out there. And since it is the end of the show, we are going to be heading out. Like I stated previously, Nights in the Courtyard, questions and comments and concerns from the community, but also we get to do our stars and wishes. So if you want to find out what we thought the best moments of tonight was, as well as, what we're thinking about for the future, come by and check that out. But until next time, that is our show. Thank you all for coming out, and we'll see each of you next time. All right, everybody.